Number of flips it takes, let me check to make sure I got this right. Yes, I want to do the number of flips that we have to flip until we get a repeat. So make sure you understand, before you start flipping, make sure, this is experiment number 1. Number of flips until a repeat. Now, what that means is, flip the coin, everybody do it, this won't count as data, but flip the coin one time. That is what you want to repeat now, whatever that is. It's going to be heads for half of you and tails for half of you. Then flip again. Either you got a repeat right then, or you didn't. If you didn't, whatever you flip next will repeat something, correct? Does this make sense? Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. So really, if you think about it, this entire experiment consists of 2 possible values. It's either going to take 2 flips to get a repeat, or 3. What I want to do is, I want to see how many it takes on average. So before we go, this is, let's collect our data into a table, okay? Number of flips, x equals number of flips until the repeat, okay? Now we know there are only 2 possible values for x. It's either going to take us 2 flips or it's going to take us 3 flips. Does that make sense? Okay, now we're all going to do this 10 times. So there's about 25 of us in the room. We're about 250 tries. How do you think the numbers are going to be assigned as far as how many? I'm going to call this the frequency column, with the frequency of how many times it takes us 2 or 3. If 250 of us flip, how many should be here and here? Gut feelings. 125 each. 125, 125? Love it. Other gut feelings. Well then, let's stop guessing and start flipping. Keep track. So do it 10 times. Keep track of how many times it takes 2 and how many times it takes 3. I don't care what you flip first, heads or tails. All I care about is how many flips it takes. Anya, go ahead.
I want to get a pair of something 10 times.
You want to flip? So watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
Give me a coin. You ready? Here we go. Okay, that was heads. That was tails. It's going to be a match this time, right? Okay, boom. I got heads again. Not in a row, just until you see 2 heads or 2 tails. That's why it's either 2 or 3, right?
And that counts as 1.
That counts as 1 trial that I did right there.
Okay.
Then do it 9 more times. So you basically, what you're going to have is a string of 3s and 2s in some pattern, or some...
So what are you putting on the frequency side, though?
How many times we all took 2 flips, and how many times we all took 3. I'm going to put the whole class together. Is that fair?
If you get ahead and ahead and then...
That counts as 2, because that's 2 because it took you 2 flips.
And then you start over.
Then you start again, that's trial number 1, then you keep on going. Thank you, Jess. Excellent.